I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Naailah PARBHOO, here on my right. Ms. PARBHOO graduated a Master's in Information Technology. She lectures within the Information Science Department at the University of Pretoria and also then coordinates our landmark module on information ethics. Together with that, she is the Office Manager for the African Center of Excellence for Information Ethics. So if at any point you require more information or assistance or inspiration or whatever it is that you need, please contact Ms. PARBHOO. You'll see on your tables, we've handed out some business cards. You'll have my contact details, Ms. Mortring's contact details, and then of course Ms. PARBHOO's contact details. PARBHOO, the floor is yours.
Thank you for that amazing introduction. I feel hot. Okay, thanks Rachel. Now we're starting with the practical activities. With my session, I like a lot of interaction. So I'm going to be walking around, we're going to be communicating with each other. So at any point, if there's something that you are, okay, can I speak without the mic? Is everyone here? No? Okay. 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 Is this better?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm going to be continuously walking around and then speaking to you, and then I'd like for a discussion. So if at any point you have a question, please do give me your opinions, give me your questions, and I'll try and answer them as thoroughly as possible. Okay, so if you see on your table, I've laid out a few documents in front of you. So the first one I'm working with is the information ethics tools. Okay. We're starting off with move and rise. Okay, everyone got the documents? Alright, so the first one, we've come up with an acronym. It's called MOVE. So it stands for motivation, opportunities versus threats, then it's vortex, and then effects. Effects. Okay, so the first part is motivation. What motivates us to communicate online? So, what's the main factor when we're communicating online? Anyone? Yes, sir.
What's first?
The motivation is fast.
Fast. Okay, the first motivation was fast. Any other ideas of what motivates you?
To connect with friends.
Connect with friends, yes. Without that, we feel alone, right? Yeah, I cannot go a day without using my phone 24/7. The first thing I use in the morning is my phone. Yes, sir.
It also bridges the geographical distance.
Geographical distance, yes. So bridging the digital divide. Oh, Janet. Yes, ma'am.
See what's happening around us in the world.
See what's happening around the world. Yes. Do you have one, sir? No? Anyone else? Yeah. Oh.
To facilitate decision making.
Facilitate decision making, yes. That's a good one. Okay. So let's take social media. We've spoken a little bit about it this morning. Social networks and social media. That's the main communication channel that we usually use. Right? Most of us have either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then some of us use networks like WhatsApp. Does anyone still use BBM, or am I the only one who's still in the decades? BBM? No? Just me. Oh, I need to move with the times then. So yes, those are all our networks that we use. And then what else adds to that? When you're communicating with someone, what is the factor behind it? It's a human behavioral factor. Anyone? Your emotions. Emotions play a major role on how we communicate. So if you are upset with someone at work or at home, how is your emotion when you communicate? More verbal, more angry. You can type with capital letters, no? Yeah. Go and buy me bread now, wife says to you. Yeah. Or come home now. It's past your curfew you send to your children. Yes? Is that something that you do, or you phone me like, where are you? Come home now. It's past your curfew. That emotion behind it is what motivates us to communicate as well. Although, when you are communicating, it's the feeling. When you are worried about someone, what is your emotion then? It's worrisome. You feel scared, do you not? You panic. I'm in a little panic mode because I'm on the other side of the world and I at the moment cannot get a hold of my fiancé. I'm like, where are you? Why are you not responding? I'm terrified of what's happening. Okay, so there's emotional impact there behind. My emotion is 24/7, I'm communicating, trying to get a thread back from him, but nothing, right? That's stress factor. But it's motivating me to continuously communicate and find out where he is. And this happens with a lot of us with our children. When they don't come back from school on time, you know they're supposed to be home at 3 o'clock, and they're not there. What's your first instinct as a parent? Panic, worry. So that motivates you, okay, to communicate. Now the next one is opportunity. Now when you are communicating, the main impact is the opportunity that it's giving you to connect with people, right? To share information. We had one who said decision making impacts the decisions that we make. When you are at work, what is the main communication thread that you have? Emails? Is emails the first thing that you go to? Yes? No? Communication with me, please. What is the first thing that you do? When your boss wants something, is it via email or does he phone you or come straight to your office? Yes. Yes, ma'am? Skype. Okay, yes, Skype. Do you have WhatsApp? Emails. WhatsApp? Okay, so it provides an opportunity for communication channels to be opened. Okay. But there's also risk factors. What risk factors are there when you're communicating via technologies? Ishi, do you have an answer for me? Risk factors.
Sometimes misinterpretation goes because non-verbal cues.
Exactly. They can't see your expressions. Like I'm a very verbal person. I'm sorry, non-verbal person. By that I mean I use a lot of expressions, my hand gestures. You'll see now as I present, my hand just goes without me even realizing it. I'm just like, oh, well this and well that. Right, I have that. And then I also walk around, which is also a form of non-verbal communication. Right, the tone of my voice is also non-verbal communication. And when you are emailing someone or communicating via SMS or WhatsApp, there is no emotion put to it. People interpret the emotion when they are reading it. Does this make sense? Okay. So there is that risk factor of misinterpreting information. When you accidentally, has anyone ever typed in capital letters because you accidentally typed that way? And it wasn't you shouting. I happen to do that there because I have fat fingers and a touch screen. Does not always work that well. So I type and it ends up capital letters and my mother keeps shouting, why are you shouting me on SMSs? Why are you being so rude? Like, it was a mistake. I'm sorry. You know, it's those kind of things that happen. Now, a vortex. Does anyone know what a vortex is? You can read my notes quickly. Anyone? Okay, think of this way. When you are doing dishes, your wife tells you, please do the dishes, or your husband tells you, well, there's a lot of dishes there, just do it now. Right? And you fill the little tub, and then when you're done with the dishes, you pull out the prop. What happens to the water? It swirls down. Right? It's all going to a center component in the bottom. Now, that is what communication also does. You're bringing everyone together. Now let's think of social networks. Right, the more we use social networks, we are sharing information. Now, do you do that thread where you share someone's post that they put up already and then it goes to someone else and they repost and then repost? Does that happen? Or you get those chain messages from your friend, if you do not pass this on, your love life is going to be a disaster for the next 20 years. And then you actually do pass it on because you are scared. Yeah? Yeah, I'm also scared that I still pass it on even though I know that will never happen. But it does have a little impact on your mind. Right, so it's all of those kind of communication techniques that people have when it comes to a vortex in terms of bringing people closer. So, when you're sharing that information, how sure are you that you're not sharing incorrect information? I'll give you an example now. There was a little post on Facebook that I read the one day, and it says, Zuma dies in car crash. Now everyone knows who Zuma is, right? South African president. And not everyone is happy about that. Right? Yeah, South African president. So what do you think everyone did when they heard Zuma dies in car accident? Wow. Multiple shares, right? Within a minute, it was shared over 1 million times. But it was just the heading, Zuma dies. When they actually clicked onto that article and read what it was someone by the name of Zuma that died in a car crash. It was not the president. They were sharing incorrect information, creating a negative vortex because it's incorrect information. Has anyone heard of fake news before? Yeah. That's the new thing now, where I'm going to share information. I know it's fake, but I'm going to share it so that everyone gets to know about it. Alright, I'm going to show you another example a little bit later when we're doing one of the examples called the octopus, the tree octopus. Anyone ever heard of the tree octopus? No? Okay, it's going to be interesting. Right, and then the effect that it has, once you've made a decision of what you want to share online, what effect will it have on other people? Does it have a negative impact? Does it have a positive impact? Like I said, emotions play a major role on what we're communicating online and how we are communicating online. And the minute you have a negative effect or negative feeling, the effect is then negative. People pick up. You are angry with your boss. You are angry with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, right? And you post something online. Everyone around you picks up on that emotion. Okay, and then you see those threads. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Have you experienced this before? You, Ishi and Janet, you all are now doing your masters. Right. There are going to be times where you are stressed out of your mind because that research paper is not working out for you. And where are you going to take to? Social network. When is this MIT going to be done and over with? Right? Or when you are done studying and you are graduating, it's a positive impact. You're going to post, just finished my master's, and then what's going to happen? You're going to get congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. It's a positive effect. But then you must also consider what negative impacts you have when you are communicating with a negative behavior or negative feeling. Right? And all of us don't always understand it. It might not be us in this room right now, but our kids. They don't know the difference between what is good and what is bad unless you reinforce it. Especially on social networks, they post anything and everything. I got a new cell phone, they post their location. What happens when your child posts their location? Where they are, and they're young, and they're beautiful girls. Does anyone know what happens? I'm very deaf. Yeah? What were you saying, sir?
I think it's a threat.
It is a threat.
Which they are not aware of.
Yes. So you think men have more power over women when they post where they are? Is that what we're saying? I'm kidding. It is a major threat for more females when they are posting online, I am at this location. The reason being, it has a geotag to it. Okay. And we love posting. I've checked into the Metropole Hotel. That's the first thing I did when I got here, so everyone knows I'm traveling. Right, everyone's going to be envious. She's traveling, she's in a different place altogether. But the negative impact that may have is someone could be following my profile. They're picking up where I am. What am I doing? Who am I doing it with? And this has an impact of, I could be kidnapped, okay? Or they know I'm out of the country and my house is vacant, let's go break in there, okay? it's all of those aspects that we don't always consider, and our kids love posting these things. I've got a new cell phone. Okay, and then 2 weeks later, Mommy, my cell phone is stolen. Right? That's what happens. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the second part of the document. It is RISE. Okay. Principles to guide your action when you are online. We all have a responsibility that we hold when we are communicating. Right. Do you have the same personality as you have when you're online, when you're in front of that person? Do you behave the same way? Are you as friendly with the person online as you are with them in person? Are you more likely to walk up to them and say, "Hi, you look beautiful today," as when you're online and posting? Do you do things like that? No? Is she? Sometimes. Sometimes, yes. Our kids do this. They post, they have different behaviors online and offline. And this is where cyberbullying sometimes comes in. Where they are being bullied online, but they won't go to the person and say, "Hey, I don't like you." Okay, they'll do it online because no one knows who they are. Sometimes they don't know where they are, who they're with. It's all online. You are more likely to be hidden online than you are when I'm standing right in front of you. Okay, integrity. This is more of holding the same values. Are you going to behave the same way that you do online as you do offline? Do you speak the same way? Do you have the same mannerisms? Okay, are you polite online, ma'am? Polite. Okay, and in person? Okay, and then your behavior. Are you more an introvert or extrovert online? More introvert online. I see on this table is laughing. I asked her, does she flirt more online than she does in person? Yes, ma'am. Then she's shy, so no. That's a no. Okay, but you see, you're more likely to do things that you don't do online than in person. Okay, I'm more likely to tell someone, "Oh my word, I love your outfit in person," because that's my personality, but online, I'm like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna answer you." I leave them there. There's a whole thread of unanswered questions, unanswered messages. But if you come to me face to face, I'll more likely be responsive. Okay, so it depends on how you are. Now, security is a major issue when you are online. Sir, I see you nodding your head. What do you know about security online?
The victimization, the online victimization, if I can use a recent scenario of our sister Desire, she was victimized and ended up in a vanishing tabloid for months. So online security, I'm so cautious about it, and I need to know how it can be guided.
The guiding part I'll leave up to Ms. Lodging. She's got a whole section of guiding you with security-wise, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, security is a major issue because you are posting things online. What is on your cell phone? We all love these little gadgets. They have everything on them. From your address, okay, to all your social networks, to your banking details, to all your communication channels. Everything is on here. Right. So what happens when this thing goes missing? What happens to you? Panic mode? Do you go through a panic mode, or is this just young kids where my phone's gone missing and I have no idea what to do with my life anymore? Man, so if your phone goes missing, what are you going to do? How are you going to communicate? Write a letter? Go visit someone? Okay. It's a tricky question. Okay. If something goes wrong with your phone, say it's not stolen, say it broke, right? Everything is on that phone. what happens to you then? Yes, sir?
Yes, standard.
You get stranded. Yes, the first thing I do, my eyes just open up and it's like this in front of my phone. Early in the morning. In the evening, same thing. I'm sitting like this until then my eyes close. During the day, you will see me on my phone. Why? My emails are on my phone. Okay, I can respond faster to all my friends who want to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how am I doing it. Right? My banking details, I want to buy something online, go straight to my phone. It's like your computer, but just smaller. Okay, perfect thing to use. If I want to find out where I need to be, what do? GPS, it's on your phone. Right. If this thing goes missing, my life is basically over because I'm so dependent on it. It's not like before where I want to write a letter and pass it to a friend, or I actually go outside of my house, get into my car, and drive to my friend's house and say, hi, how are you? It's quicker to SMS, hey, how are you? And they respond when they want to respond. It's easier that way. Right, my banking details on my phone, social networks on my phone. What comes with all of that? Your passwords. Yes? Okay. Most of us either use one password for everything, or we have different passwords. Anyone use all their passwords? I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to ask you what's your password. I'm just asking, do you have one password for all of your networks? No. Okay. Few heads say no, few say yes. So your banking details, your social network, everything, one password. Okay, that's very dangerous though. As easy as it is for us to remember it, because it's one password for everything, makes our lives easier. It makes it easier for someone else to hack. If they can get into your email, they can now get into your bank account. They can get into your social networks and hack your identity. That's where identity theft comes in. Alright, so security plays a major role. How many of you use your pets' names, or your anniversary, or birthday, or your name plus an anniversary as a password? Anyone do that? Ishi, do you do that? Oh, I know your password. See? Tricked you. But yes, using someone that you love's name. It's either your pet name, your wife's name, your child's name, or the first day that you got married, the day that you went out, or the day that you got married, or your wife's birthday, your husband's birthday, or the first child's name, and then your last child's birthday. Okay? People know this information, they can get it anywhere, and that can be used against you. Therefore, they say never use personal information as your password. Never also use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ever. As easy as it is, never use those. Okay, and then equality. Again, like I said, the way that we treat people online, are we more likely to treat them that way in person as well? Do we speak abruptly to people in person as we would online? Or do we have more, what's the word, guts? Guts to do it in person. Like, I will never ever speak to Prof. Chibongo in a rude way in person. Do you think I have the guts to do it online and be like, Prof? No, because that's not my personality. But there are people who have two personalities, an online personality and an offline personality. Do you have any of those experiences where you're not the same person? Do you know what catfishing is? Anyone know what catfishing is? Computer engineer, software. Do you know what a catfish is? Would you like to tell us? I'm coming to you.
What's a catfish?
Fishing?
Fishing? Catfishing? Yes.
Yeah, phishing is the process of getting someone's password or user details in an unauthorized way. I'll give an example. Probably you're typing a password on your phone, then as I pass by, I pick and get it.
Okay.
That is phishing. I'm speaking about catfishing. catfishing. Catfishing is you pretending to be someone you're not. There's a series on MTV, I don't know if do you guys get MTV, you have DSTV the side? There's a channel, catfishing, where people pretend to be people they are not. So, they put on beautiful profile pictures on their social networks, they communicate to people. It's usually the young people that do this. I don't know what it is. But they are more attracted to looks than to personality, than to brains, basically. So they see hot girl or hot guy. What they're gonna do? Flirt. First thing they do is flirt. Hi, how are you? Can I get your number? Do you want to meet sometime? Right? It's never the whole, hi, I see you in person. I think you're pretty. Can we get to know each other? It's more, everything's online now. So what these people do is, they pretend to be hot people, everything on social network, find other people's profile pictures, and a whole lot of theirs, and put it on their profile. And then they start speaking to people, telling them stories about themselves, and making these people actually get to know them and like them. And then when they finally do get to meet them, it's not the person that they were online. In some cases, it was a girl's profile picture, but in real life, it was a man. Yeah. And then vice versa. It was a gorgeous guy, and then it was a female doing it. And the motive behind this is, there's two motives that they have. One is they're not comfortable with their physical self, right? So they pretend to be someone else. And the other one is being vicious. They do it because they find it entertaining. They find it fun to play with people's emotions. That's where you need to consider, when you're speaking to someone, is it actually them? How many of you actually accept Facebook requests from people that you don't know and you've never met in person? Do you accept them when you invite you? No. So you leave a whole lot of regret there or deny. That's a good thing to do. If you've never met them in person, okay, you do not know who they are. They could be someone else. Alright. Okay, online safety and security, so you wanted to know a little bit about this. So if we turn over the page, there is a little table, well, a long table, sorry, of passwords and safety tips. So we're just going to go through them. Some of you might know them already, but it's good to always refresh yourself with these. So the first one is, when we have profiles online, do you check your security settings and your privacy settings? Yes, okay, some of you do. The ones that don't, if you go into your social networks under settings, you scroll down, it says their privacy settings, and you can set who can actually see your profile, right? And remember, when you're putting out pictures, it already has a geotag. So the geotag is your geographical location. So we're taking a photo right now, and I post it online. It can tell people where I am and what time am I there. Okay, so you can actually remove this and only allow certain people to see it or no one to see it. All right. Then the general rule for beginners is to turn off the location setting. If you're not using it for your GPS, tell you to go from point A to point B, take it off. There's no reason for it to be on. Because the minute you take a photo already, it geotags. If you are logging in on your phone with your Gmail, I can already see where my fiance is. If I have his email on my phone, right, I can tell he's in Gauteng at the moment. And then when he drives and he moves to a different area, it will tell me exactly what area he is in. Okay, so he's got his geotag on. As much as I say, put it off, yeah. Doesn't always listen. Why do men not listen? Can anyone answer that question? Okay. Take control of who sees things online. So there is also an option to say, only I see it, only my friends see it, only my friend's friends see it, or public sees it. Go for only I see it. If there's something that you really want someone to see, then you can say, only my contacts. Then other people who are not your friends are able to see. Same with your WhatsApp. Most of you use WhatsApp, I'm assuming? to go into your settings, you can take off that when you read the message, the little blue tick, right? You can take that off. You can take off who sees your profile picture. So if they have your number and you don't have theirs, they only see a blank picture. They don't see any of their information. They don't even see your status that you put up. Okay. Then you have, check your search settings on your search engines. There is a software that people use. When you are typing in anything into Google, it already picks up what you've typed in. So even if it's a letter, so you put in the word Google into Google, it already registers that that's what you searched for. Okay, if you put in the letter T, it already saves to your name and your IP address that that's what you searched for at that specific time, before even pressing the little search button. Okay, does this make sense? So everything is always connected. So you can also change those settings on your internet service provider. When you go into your web page, you go to settings and you can actually change privacy settings on that as well. Any questions so far? Am I boring you all? Or is this information overload? Because you all are very quiet. You lies. Some communication. I need some communication back. I always tell my students, if I stand there and I talk to you and you don't talk back to me, I'm going to walk out because I get bored just looking at you. I need you to communicate and tell me, yes, I understand, or no, say something else, or speak properly, or you made a mistake. There's something that you said that's wrong. So if I, at any point, remember I'm human, I make mistakes. So if I make a mistake, pick it up and tell me, you said something wrong, or if you want to ask a question, please feel free. I'm not going to point at you and be like, I need you to answer right now. Answer me. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. But I'm picking on Janet and Ishi because they're the only two names that I know. I'm sorry. Okay. Then, how many of you have security software on your phones or on your computers? So security software is like Avast or antivirus software, let's put it that way. Avast, AVG, McAfee, any of them ring a bell? Yeah? Okay, and then how many times a week or a day do you scan your devices? So do you scan your devices? How many times? Monthly. Month. Oh, you're in trouble. Anyone scan their devices every day? What? That's because you're a computer engineer. You know this. Do you want to come teach it for me?
No.
Okay. If you have an antivirus on your computer, I suggest you scan at least once a day or every second day. The reason for this is there's about 1,000 to 10,000 viruses that come out every day. They're being generated. So I would suggest scan it all the time and make sure your antivirus is continuously updated. I would also suggest you put an antivirus on your cell phone. The reason for this is our cell phones are now computers. We can do documents on our computers, on our cell phones, type out emails, everything is connected. It also picks up where my password has been used way too many times. It tells me it's now a weak password, please just change it. So, I would suggest Avast. Avast works really well on cell phones, okay? And then it's also free software, so no payments needed. Okay. And I'm not marketing Avast, please. I'm just giving an example. All right, and then, have you ever Googled yourself, typed in your name and searched? Okay, how many of you are lecturers at Makerere or UCU? UCU, yes. Any of you lecturers? No? No lecturers. Do you Google yourself? You do? How many times do you do it, sir? Once a week, once a month, once a year? Once a month. Okay, do you pick up anything? Pick up one, two things. Anything that you saw that you did not post online that someone else did? Except for when you're at conferences, because your name's going to be there anyway. No? Do you? Yourself?
I do it number when there is a need.
When there's a need.
Yeah.
Like?
When looking for something or when I want to know about so.
You want to know about yourself.
Absolutely.
Are you finding yourself online, sir? No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I suggest sometimes just Googling yourself, especially if you're a lecturer. You have one or two students that might not like you all the time. Because you even picked on them like I pick on Ishi and Janet now. They told me they're going to create a website with my name and say, I smashed my husband's car because he cheated on me. Yeah, that actually happened to one of our staff members. One of the students was, I think she upset with her or they were just being funny. So they created a website with her name on it, picture and everything, and a car crash. And there was a little bet, and it said there, lecturer from the University of Pretoria, from the Department of Information Science, smashes husband's car with baseball bat. Yeah, not true. Pictures they found all over the internet, and they created a website. Getting that thing off is a mission. Because once it's online, there's nothing you can do about it. You can try and get it off, but what do? We already saved that message and sent it to someone else, or we took a screenshot, or we screen grabbed it and we sent it. That's what happens. And students, once they get a little hint of something gossipy, it's spreading like wildfire. Guaranteed. Okay. So Google yourself now and again just to make sure that there's nothing that you haven't posted on that's on. Right. Never post personal details on. I don't know what it is about some of the Americans. Okay. Especially the ones that go to Walmart. Have you seen those posts?
Yes.
Yeah, they post their credit cards. They're like, my son just got his credit card. Yay, he's growing up. Credit card number and everything on there. What can you do with their credit card? Number. Who does online shopping? Yeah. Just put their credit card number in and you can buy everything on eBay. Okay, you want a nice car online? Purchase it with his credit card. Okay. So don't put on any personal information such as your credit card, your ID number. I do know when they do social networks, they ask you for your ID number. Okay? Make sure that when you're putting it in there, it's the security. You look for that HTTPS so that that website is secure before you put any personal information on. We all like to buy things online, especially ladies. We like online shopping, especially for shoes. Right? Make sure that website has a HTTPS. I'm emphasizing S for security. Okay. Then, I'm going to go down to the password parser. You asked about passwords and things and having one password for everything. Right. Always use at least one capital letter or two capital letters, a lowercase, okay, letters, then numbers, symbols, and there's a little example of it. Never use passwords that are linked to you in terms of person's name, age, gender, or, birthdays, ID number. Don't ever use those kind of passwords. Okay, make it as difficult as possible, but easier for you to remember as well. Alright. Then, some of the people usually replace words in their passwords with letters. So, for example, you want to use the word love as a password. So they say L and 0, not O. V3. Still spells love in SMS language, and there's a password for you. So it's something for you to remember. It's easy for you, but it's also a little bit tricky to then get into because you're using letters and numbers mixed together. Capital L, okay, 0, V, and the number 3. Okay. Always make sure you log off your social networks. Okay. Especially if you using a lab at the universities, I'm guessing some of you are still, one or two of you said they're students when I met you. Okay? Are you a student as well? No. No. So young and not a student. Are you sure? No. Come and see your ID number. So no.
Sorry.
Okay. Where was I now? Oh my word. Log off. Yes. Your cell phones also. It's easy access for us because we just log into our phones and it's on all the time. But if that phone gets lost, other people have actually had their phones lost or stolen, and then you see things that happen on your social networks. People are like, why are you posting this? How can you post such disgusting things? You're like, I didn't do it. Because you never logged off. And they are in your profile, so then they just communicate through your profile. Okay. Change your passwords regularly. Okay, so I don't, which I know I should be doing, but mine is a very difficult password. I have like numbers and letters and it's about 30 digits long. Yeah. It's a little bit harder to get into that there, but it's also a little bit difficult if I forget it, especially my banking password. Okay, if you forget your banking password, it locks you out. And then you have to call the bank. It was me and I forgot my password. Can you please reactivate it? And it's a whole lot of admin work, right? But always change your password to something that you can remember, but it's personal to you and no one else knows about it. As long as it is not someone's name, anniversary date, birthday, or your ID number. Okay. A lot of people, especially, let me say this here. My granddad, he's about 78 years old. His password is always 123455 because it's the easiest thing he can remember. Okay. Or they use the first few letters of the keyboard, QWERTY. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. A lot of people use that, and that's easy to crack into as well. Therefore, we ask them to please change this passwords because it's not a secure thing. You just press in like this and it goes into your profile. And then, how many of you use websites that say save password and you say yes? Why do you do this, sir?
Just to make it easier for me when I go back to login.
It makes it easier for us, yes. All of us, it's easier for us to save the password than for us to constantly enter it in each time. Do you also do this with your banking passwords, though? Your banking password? No. So it's just maybe your email and social network. And they're not the same password as your banking. Okay. I suggest you remove that. Just for emergencies. It's not a good idea to have your passwords ever saved. Right? Rather write it down in a little book and then put that book in your safe. It's safer there. Does that make sense? Okay, and then, let's see. Never send any of your passwords over any social networks. Okay. When people, or your credit card numbers, if you're booking into a hotel, they ask you, please fill in this form with your credit card details and then send it to us via email. How many of you actually do that? Or they say, please email us a copy of your credit card. Or give us the number of your credit card or password or something. Has anyone ever asked you that? When you book into hotels? No? You don't book into hotels? Yes, sir.
Electronic banking is not that big in Uganda, so...
Okay. Not... I can think of another example. Ooh, putting me on a spot here. Hey?
Just if I said it's very, very, very small here.
Very small. Okay. So even if you do international travel, you know, or if you are, let's say for example, your wife wants to go shopping and she has your credit card and she forgets her credit card, forgets the PIN. Do you SMS the PIN to her? Yeah. You don't phone her, or you just say, okay, this is the PIN, it is 3456. And then send an SMS. Do you do this? Hey? It's easier, yeah, it does simplify the life, but it also becomes a little bit dangerous because then if someone sees it, they can already say, okay, this was the credit card number, whose credit card was it assigned to, because she's going to say, hubby, what's your credit card password? And then your credit card has your name on it, so if they find that and they get your password, your bank account is then empty. Right. I'll give you another example of one of the things that happened. My dad's a bank manager. Okay, so in a South African bank. And what happens is he's a forex manager, so he does all foreign transactions with US dollars and euros and all of those things. So one of the clients sends him an email saying, please transfer 150,000 US dollars to the following account. Right. Gives the account number. Right. Within 1 day, as that message went through, it was intercepted. Okay. That account number that was in that email was changed to a different account number. By the time it reached my dad's bank, he already said, okay, this is the account you want to transfer to, transfer the money. Next day, client goes, where is the money? It's supposed to be in the account. It is 150,000 US dollars. Where is it? It's like, I transferred it yesterday already. Did you not receive it? Here is the proof of payment. Someone intercepted it, changed it, and they phoned and asked, did you see the email? It's like, the account is wrong. And then he sent proof of what the account was and what the account was then changed to. That money is now gone to an offshore account, untraceable. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying don't ever send details like that through emails or by yourself. It can be intercepted at any point in time. Okay. Sorry, not lunch yet, I apologize. Alright, we're going to go through this little example over here. It is the traffic light 10. Okay, so we are going to look at this little website. Can anyone see it, or is it a little bit blurry? Do you want me to make it a little bigger? Can you see it? People at the back? It's called the Pacific Northwest Tree Octopus. Do you know what an octopus is? Have you seen an octopus? Yeah, the little 8-legged thingy that goes in the water. Right, looks like a spider. Long legs. Right. So, this is a website that I found. And we're going to evaluate this website using the traffic light 10. Okay, so the first question is it convincing and a logical argument? Now the whole point of this here is, if you have more green, then you're going to use that information. If you have yellow, you're more skeptical to use that information. And if it is red, you don't use it at all because it is incorrect information or something that could be harmful to you. Alright, so we're going to evaluate this little website. Now, first question is it convincing and logical argument? Right. Now they say here, the Pacific Northwest tree, it's a tree, octopus. Now we all know octopus don't live on trees. They've never lived on trees. They are a sea creature. Is this logical? No, so what's wrong with this website? So it's going to be in the red zone. Right, so we're going to take a little red. Okay, then it says, are the statements vague or unclear? Okay, it says here that the tree octopus can be found in temperate rainforests for the rainforests. Sorry. Now, we already know by the name tree octopus that it does not exist. Right? Is that statement vague? Okay, and then it also says, let me see for another sentence here. It's an intelligent and inquisitive being. The tree octopus explores the, oh my, this name goes now, I'm so sorry. Let me make it bigger, just hold on. Okay, so when you're looking at this, it says it's inquisitive and it's intelligent. Now we know animals are intelligent in some cases, but if it's a tree octopus, how is it climbing up trees? What is it doing? How does it do it? Even though it has tentacles, yes, but if it's a bark, what is bark? Is it smooth? Is it rough? No? Yes? No? Rachel, is the bark smooth?
If it's banana bark, they make handbags out of it in Uganda.
Okay, but this is in a rainforest, honey.
Rainforests in Uganda?
In the specific.
Yeah.
Articles in the specific, honey.
Oh. Or maybe there's this octopus in Uganda.
Are there octopuses in Uganda? Snails? Okay. Okay, but let's look at it this way. We already know from nature television programs that an octopus lives in the sea. Okay? It has tentacles, 8 tentacles, it's suction. Okay? You will not find one in a tree. Does this all make sense? You already know from previous knowledge something you've learned before or you've read about before. So are you going to believe this? No. So we're going to go through it again. It says it's based on subjective claims. Do you know if this is a subjective claim? They're making claims that it's a tree octopus. Again, I'm emphasizing tree. Gone through it before. Octopus lives in the sea. Alright. Can you see now, can you pick up what's going on with this website? When you're going through this traffic light 10, there's something wrong with it, right? Okay. Is the one who is making this claim, so the person who wrote this article on this website, is he knowledgeable about this here? Where did he get his information from? Okay, has he actually done this research? No. Okay. Right, then we have the next question, which is there a flip side to the argument also acknowledged? So is there someone saying no, this isn't, or there's other references to this article? If we look, let's go through this here. Do you see anywhere else where it says, okay, let's go through a different article where it says the same thing? There's no reference to other articles in this website. It doesn't say, okay, the following researcher has written an article about this here. Here's the link to it. There's nothing like that in this. So it's one person making the statement. Right. Then, does the claim obviously contradict your own experiences? So this is with your knowledge. You know for a fact an octopus is a sea creature. You're not going to find it in the Pacific area. okay? And it's not climbing trees. Right? You know this from previous experience and knowledge. You've been either to an aquarium, or you've watched it on National Geographic, or you've read it in a book. So it's contradicting what you already know, right? Then, does the one making the claims have motive to mislead or lie? What do you think? Reading this, looking at this website, it says octopus devil of the trees terrorizes all lodgers. Wow, okay. I'll go further down. Right. So, do they have reasons to mislead or lie to people? Why do people lie online? For sensationalism, they want a wow effect. They want more readers. Yes? What about when we're looking at or reading magazines online or newspaper tabloids? What do? They give a high impact title. And then the article is complete and utter rubbish. Sorry for my language, but that's what happens. So they want you, they draw you in by this interesting topic, and then it has nothing it has no substantial information, it's not correct information, but you still read it though. You want to know, what exactly happens with this tree octopus? Maybe there is something, and then you go and start questioning. Am I going to find another article that relates to this? Okay. So here's a reason to mislead you or lie, because he was doing it for sensationalism. Right. Then, does the claim seem to be a generalization? Is he now saying, okay, all the octopuses are now tree octopus? Octopi? It's octopi, right? Yes? He's making a general statement. Yes, he's saying this. It's a tree octopus. There's multiple of them. They're terrorizing the city lodge. Okay, they're terrorizing people. Right, then. Is the claim referring or has reference to reliable resources? I'm going to go down and see if there's any references here. No. Oh, they have here research on other tree octopus species. But there's nothing with references. You can't click on those to link up to something else. It's just bullet points. Okay, can you see there's no reference to other pages or other articles? Okay, there isn't even an actual author to this. That's also another thing. They haven't put an author's name to the article. Alright, and then finally, do you trust the person or company that is making these claims? Now that you've seen the whole website, there's no references, there's something that's suspicious about this. They don't have an actual picture of an octopus on it. It's all cartooned pictures. Did you notice that? Right. There is no links to any other web page. Okay, there's no reference to academic sources or other materials or references. Okay. There's no author's actual name, so you can't even research who he is or where he's from. Alright? So where does that tally up if we look at this traffic light 10? You've got the red, you've got the yellow, and you've got the green. What is mostly showing on that paper? The red. So once, okay, I've seen Uganda's traffic light. Very nice one, by the way. It has red, it has yellow, and it has green. We all now know what that means. Red is completely stop, okay? Yellow is slow down, be cautious. And green is right, you can go now. Right? So if you see more red than yellow, what's your initial thinking? Stop. And then you don't use the information. But if we were to look at a different website, an academic website. Okay, so let me just find a little article for you. Just give me 1 second. Oopsie. Way too many documents. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to open up a document for you. now let's just look at this one here, as compared to the one with the octopus. You've got now a document to open. It's got a full name, information seeking, technology use, and vulnerabilities among immigrants. Migrants at the United States, Mexico border. Okay. Now, there's 3 things that I want you to look at. The authors, okay, multiple authors, and then they also have ABC, which then links to their profile, if you have to click on it. Right. Where is it published in? It's published in an academic journal. It even gives you the year, the volume, the number, and the page numbers, as well as the link to where you can actually find it. If you go and look for the specific journal, you'll find there is one in existence. Okay, so if you click on that there, they'll have all related articles as well. Okay, it says when was it received and is it accepted? The minute it says it's been accepted, it's been reviewed by someone. Okay, to make sure that this information is actually usable. Alright. And then, sorry I'm walking around in front of the whole thing. But here, can you see there's a whole lot, there's a list here of the universities that they are at. They're affiliated with that. So it tells you already this is also an academic paper because it is academics or students writing it from those places. And you can research for them. Alright, I'm going to go down to the reference list. Now when you're an academic, you'll know when you are searching for something, a lot of the references are linked to each other, especially the articles, because they all reference each other in certain places. So if you look at your references, you will find 1 or 2 names that you pick up in all the articles that are the same. Okay. The most famous one that I use in my research is Tom Wilson. So if I see his name in the 3 articles that I'm using, I'm like, okay, this is fine. His work is in there, I know it's good work. Okay, so if you had to evaluate this research paper that you found online with the traffic light 10, are you more willing to use it as opposed to the octopus, tree octopus? Yes. Because why? It has all the checks. All the checks are yeses. Okay, good. Alright, so now you know how to use this document. So if I have to tell you, okay, now you need to take this to someone else and teach to them, will you be able to do this? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Alright, then the next page, if you turn over, is another scam. Now this is where the phishing scam comes in, sir. You gave me an example of phishing, where he said that someone searches for information, gets your information by asking you certain questions, or they will pass and get your information. Okay, that is phishing. Now, do you experience load shedding in Uganda? Yes. Was that load shedding yesterday when the lights were going on and off? Was it? Okay. No, because I was sitting in the hotel, I'm like, yay, Wi-Fi. Off. I'm like, oh, what happened? And then after a few minutes it went on again, I'm like, yes, it's back. And then poof, off again. Yeah, it's like, okay, this reminds me of back home when they say load shedding happens, but ours goes off for like an hour, 2 hours, sometimes the whole day. So, there are periods that we experience load shedding, and guess when's that? When we experience the coldest month, which is winter. Which is winter. That's when all of us have our lights on, our heaters on, all of those things. So they decide, okay, load shedding is happening during that period there, because all of our electricity bills are now high. So there was a little email sent out to everyone. Okay. So we're going to go through this here. As you can see, it says scam alert, so we all know this is a scam. But I want you to evaluate this and tell me, what do you pick up that makes you know that this is a scam? Okay. So, have a nice look at it, go through it, read it, and then we're gonna go through what I see is a scam, and then you tell me what you see that I may have missed. I'm gonna give you, what's the time now? Is 10 minutes, 5 minutes enough to go through the article? Yeah. Okay. Basic things, and then you can tell me yes or no. Yes, I'm going to come to you. Yes.
Does it make logical sense?
Logical sense, okay.
That one can be compensated 50,000 rands. Actually, it's 950,000 rands, which is about 40 or 50 something US dollars. That is automatically done.
Okay, so firstly, unrealistic amount, right, of 950,000. That's the amount of money I paid on my house. So they're going to compensate me the amount of my house for load shedding, okay? And he says it doesn't make any logical sense for which one, sir, again? That's the amount. Okay. You have one, sir?
Thank you. One, the manager should be in South Africa and the telephone number is 011. In South Africa should be 027. The emails are all not coordinated. You have one having reservebank.co.za. I'm sure a government email address should be having .gov or something to do with the government. The other one is saying treasurydepartment.ca.org. I'm sure it should be also a government entity. Those are the two that I find a little bit strange.
Have you done this exercise before, sir? Because you just answered all my questions. Anything else that you see that's different, that is popping out at you and saying that this is something wrong with it? Can anyone see anything else? Yes, sir. Claim reference, yes. If you had a claim, would there not be a number next to it? Everyone is given a specific number. Right? Anything else? Yes, sir.
It says the South African government program and ESCOM, I think the distribution organization for electricity, is not in any way part of it.
Exactly. ESCOM is not part of it, but ESCOM provides us with our electricity. Why are they not part of this? Right. 1. 2. If you look at the logos on the top there, do they not look distorted to you? It's not our printing, that's how it looks. Right, if it was a government document, those logos will be in good quality, high definition. You could see every little thing on it, yet here it's very distorted. Right, that's the one. Do you notice the difference in the writing as well? It says the caretaker owner, and then Kimberley, and then Northern Cape, and then all of a sudden, Sir/Madam. Who does, how does the letter work that way? Have you ever seen a letter written like this? No. Right? Something's a little bit wrong there, the way that they've used this. Then, we already said the amount. They're compensating you the amount of money I paid on my house for load shedding. Right? That's the one. Then, if you look at second paragraph, okay? 1, 2, 3, the third last sentence in the second paragraph. The word complaint is spelled wrong already. There's missing T, so there's grammar and spelling mistakes in this article. Right. Okay. Any questions? Did you say something? Okay. Then we've already had that with the email addresses. Why is there 3 different email addresses? Right? There's one for the Reserve Bank, 2 for the Reserve Banks, right? And then one from the Treasury. There's no government in there, because it says here it's from South African government, right? Why is the Reserve Bank in here? Okay? Why is there 3 different emails for one person? Yes, that is correct. And then there was something else I was going to ask you. Your PO boxes on the top here, your physical addresses. You've got a PO box of 270, and then all of a sudden at Kimberley it's different code already. Right. Then the one says Cape Town, and the one says Northern Cape. Why is it not just Northern Cape or Cape Town itself? Why are they putting 2 different areas on this document? Why are they putting 2 different PO boxes? Why are there 3 different email addresses? Why is there no claim reference number? If you are claiming something, you get a reference number no matter what you're claiming for. Even at the bank, they now give you a little ticket and says, this is your number, wait for us. Everything works with numbers. Right. So this is exactly what we are saying. It's a scam. If you look at it, you have to look for all these specific things. And then the next question is, did you initiate a claim? Because the only time you can do this is if you claim, you sent in a request and said, there's something wrong. I would like to claim some money back. You have not done this, yet they sent you this. Okay, does this all make sense? Okay, my session is now over and done with. Is there any question that you'd like to ask me that you are unsure of, or you just want to discuss and bring to our attention, and you can discuss it before going for lunch? Yes, sir.
My contributions on the guidelines you gave us on privacy and safety. The challenge is that even the hackers are aware of these steps taken by the users. So sometimes they also can create, also they also take the security certificates for some websites. So if you're not sure is it the one or not.
Okay, so how would you then distinguish between that?
So that is the challenge. that as we keep moving with the guidelines, they're also following along.
Okay, now sir, tell me something. If they then upload a certificate saying this is a secure website, what would you then look for? There's certain things you must look for when you are looking at this website then.
Exactly, that is the...
Okay, what would you think? If you see a website, it's got a certificate, it says it's safe, what would you then look for?
You look for the features there.
Features?
Simply match with what you normally use.
Okay, the one example that I have for you is SARS. Now SARS is our tax company. Okay? So half our money goes there. Lovely. Right. Now they sent us an email. Looks identical to the actual SARS website. Right? Has a certificate as well. But what do you think I noticed when? This was before I became an information ethics. I worked in the information ethics center. I put in my bank details. Right, I was a little bit silly. I put my banking details. I'm like, I'm getting 400 rand back, 4,000 rand back. It's money, I want money. That's it. So I put my banking details in, and then I realized something. Pictures were distorted on that website. Whereas when I looked at the actual SARS website, it was prestige. It was clean, it was neat, right? In the images. There was no issues with blurry images. Right. Second one, I looked for the HTTPS. Right. The fake one didn't have that S, whereas the other one did, the original. Then you look and you go into the website page, you right click and you say source of page. If you see it doesn't have the right IP address because you open up with the original and you look at the fake one, okay, you'll see how it bounces. It has certain numbers that just keep twitching. So you look at those things as well. Right. The other thing that I can think of is, when you are using an antivirus on your computer, you can set it to scan your web pages. Right. And then you'll find a little tick next to it. If it's got the green tick, it means the website is secure because it's already searched everything on those websites. That then will tell you, okay, you can then use the website. Does this make sense? Okay. Hope that helped you. Now you know what to look for. So go for Avast for antivirus and then get the package. You're going to be paying a little bit more for the one that scans your websites. It's about 25 Rand. How much is 25 Rand in shillings? Does anyone know? The conversion, 25 rands. It's about $2.
It's about 60.
Yeah, about that much per month.
7,000 shillings.
7,000 shillings per month, basically, for that specific feature where you can actually search the websites then. Okay, any other questions? Yes, sir. Coming to you.
I just would like to comment on the cryptocurrencies. There is a lot of cryptocurrencies. There is a lot of the so-called bitcoins, the OneCoins, and the national banks have come up to these. We don't understand them. So we have to also understand that most of developing countries, especially sub-Saharan African countries, have issues to do with technological advancement. So, are the cryptocurrencies safe?
Okay. Does anyone know what bitcoins are? Firstly, let me ask this question. Bitcoins. Does anyone know? Yes, sir. You know what a bitcoin is? Okay, it is an online currency that people use to sell and buy and sell things online, but it's used more in the deep web. Okay. Do they use it? Normal web? No.
Strictly deep.
Yeah, deep web. It's a currency online, okay, that they share. Most of the time it's not safe, so they usually have...
It's not regulated? So it's people that work within the deep or the dark web that use this currency. And it is especially used to purchase products, for example, on the Silk Road. So it's a currency used for drug trafficking, human trafficking, all types of illegal activities. So because it's not regulated, no country or no police system or no government can at least control what it is used for. So it's almost, it's a method for perpetuating criminal activities on the deep or dark web.
It's not really monitored that often, so it's easy for people to, be, what's the word I'm looking for? Open to vulnerabilities and hacking and things like that, because if they're selling these bitcoins, you're like, okay, let me now use them. It opens you up for those vulnerabilities.
And it's very expensive. I think I heard the other day one Bitcoin was about 2,500 rand, if I'm not mistaken. And because people use it for these criminal activities, I mean, if they start purchasing Bitcoin, no matter where they are, they can actually purchase online products, and then they're not held accountable even for forex trading. So a whole new price mechanism, a whole new market structure is created by the use of this. Many people are saying due to market uncertainties nowadays internationally that Bitcoin is the safest. So it is quite ironic how criminal activities are actually strengthened by the use of market instability internationally.
So I'm going to use Bitcoins, that's the bottom line.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask a question about the web browsers. Some companies like
Stanbic.
No, you are our revenue authority insists that you have to use, for example, Internet Explorer, a certain version. Then you go to maybe Stanbic Internet Banking. You find that Chrome won't give you some features, they insist you use Internet Explorer. Could you highlight why they insist on certain kind of, why do they insist, why would I use Mozilla or one other thing without being bad?
It's because of the software that they're using. The databases that store your information sometimes only work with certain web browsers. Like I know with the bank that I use back home is First National Bank. It only allows me to use Firefox. Okay, but a certain version also, otherwise it doesn't open up any of the other things because there are pop-ups they need to show, like when in marketing you can get a loan. It doesn't always pop up on other web pages, other web browsers. So it's more so the software that they're using to store your information and then pops up the information.
And also to add for those who do programming, our computer science students and practitioners, it also depends on the language and the platforms you use to program your websites. Because if, for example, University of Pretoria, if we go and we're webmasters of the website, we always need to check how the formats reflect on the live website, on Explorer, Mozilla, or Chrome, because they can actually change between those three. So it's practical, and then as Ms. PARBHOO indicated, it also then depends on the pop-ups and the functionality of each browser.
Yeah, because each browser sometimes sends you an update here and then it updates. So certain features won't then show, and then the bank needs to adapt themselves as well. And they'll tell you, okay, rather use this version for now, and then once they can sort themselves out, then it becomes available on that website. That web browser. Any other question? Oh, okay, come in.
Well, thank you. You have given us some guidelines and steps that we must follow when we are conducting our studies online. But I want you to comment on the issue and the responsibility of the service providers. Facebook, Yahoo, Google, what are they doing to protect us, the users? Because we may follow all the steps that you've given us, but at the end of the day, you realize, you wake up one day you find an email from unknown source. They are recommending a product direct to your email address, something you have never searched about. I mean, who should we entrust with our personal information at this point in time? Two, sometimes I just happened me around 4 times. I meet a person for the first time, like I met you for the first time. Then when I go back to my office, immediately if you're on Facebook, the system will recommend the person I met for the first time. On top of the list, Facebook recommends transfer. People may need to know. Do these systems understand us? What is happening? How is that at this point in time? I've not searched about you, I've not Googled you, but the moment I get back to my office desk, it is saying, people may need to know. No, you're afraid, I mean, no commonality is completely bad. You realize something is being stopped. How safe are we at this point in time? Much as we go through all these processes and reforms that they do.
Okay, Yanni wants to answer this question, please.
The reason why I'd like to answer it is specifically because I have done studies on that. So to answer your many questions in one big question, it is very important that you, as a user, if you use WhatsApp, make use or make the time to read their, can I say, terms and conditions and their security policies. Do any of you use Snapchat? Have you heard of Snapchat? Okay, did you know that they take no responsibility, and this is what they say, for your safety and your security? However, you know how a message disappears after a few seconds on Snapchat? Do we know that? Did you know that anyone can go knocking at Snapchat's doors saying, this person with this number, can I have their chat? I want to see it. And they'll give it to you. Okay, so that's something as a user that you really do need to understand before you're using it. So why aren't they protecting us? Because it's so complicated and so hard. So instead of trying to, can I say, implement security settings or so, they'd rather just state in the terms and conditions, you know when those messages come up, do you agree or do you accept? How many of us actually read it? We all just go accept, continue, accept, continue. I sometimes even, it's 41 pages and then I just say accept all. Yes, I don't have time to read 41 pages when I want to send the message now. So within all those pages, they actually say they do not take any responsibility for your safety or implementing security measures. So it's fully the user's responsibility. That's why, as Ms. PARBHOO said, it's important to take those measurements.
See, there's also the whole, when they go to the settings and they give you those privacy settings, it's because users already recommended them. So there's a little part there, give us your feedback. You can then say that this here is not working, try and improve it. That's where the whole privacy, okay, only this person can see, only that person. Before, there wasn't that option. Now there is. WhatsApp does the same thing. It only shows people who you want to. Before, everyone could see your profile if they had your number. But now you can adapt that. So you as the user need to have that responsibility. But you can also make the software engineers who develops these social networks and social medias aware of what your concerns are, and they try and adapt it and update their programs and softwares. The terms and conditions. In there it does, like she says, most of us do not read their terms and conditions, but there is a privacy clause where they only take little responsibility for it, but they give it all to you. They say, you're using it, it's your responsibility. And then what you post online is now our property, and we can sell it to whoever we like. And that's where you get those marketing emails from all the information that you've never signed up for. It's because of the social networks. You've accepted, you said, here's my information, here's all my contact details, here's the people I communicate with. Now, they sell it to third parties, and those third parties are the people that are contacting you via your email who you've never seen or communicated with before. So, does that answer your question?
Okay, it's time for lunch, but please keep your questions because the next session is even more interactive. But, in conclusion of this, who here have got a bank account? Who has a bank account? Stanbic or Barclays? Everybody here has a bank account? Do you have monthly charges on your bank account? Will you cancel it because you don't want to pay that money? No, because you need the services. Who here pays tax? Everybody. Who likes tax? But it's the agreement we have with our financial service providers, it's the agreement we have with our government. And that is the same. There are certain costs that we are paying when using these services. If you don't agree, then don't use them.